Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 48 of Stronghold SHX, the road to $3.33 with myself, CryptoBanker SHX. It is September the 9th. Before we dive in, I just want to say an important prerequisite that I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I ever say or do should be taken as financial advice. I also do not endorse SHX at any price point now. We're currently ranked 327 out of all of crypto. We've seen a 22.58% increase in regards to volume, currently sat at $1.83 million of SHX traded over the last 24 hours, but we have seen a 10.64% increase on the daily price, currently trading just above 2.1 cent. Now, we've had some news in relation to SHX and institutional adoption. Here from the official Stronghold account, they're excited to announce their institutional partnership with Uphold, a global digital asset platform trusted by 10 million users with custody of $9 billion in assets and $53 billion in transactions. Through this partnership, Uphold's institutional customers can now access SHX. I shared this saying that institutional is really the optimal word when you look at that, because the things that they're doing now, like I have warned you about and said, the things that you're about to see are just going to get more and more and more and more and more bullish. Here, I did a poll and I asked strongholders, the community, for 24 hours, SHX to $1 by the end of the year. The interesting thing about this is that it didn't move. It literally went to 72 and then just up to 73 and then just stayed there. So that kind of is a very general, solid consensus that 3 out of 4 roughly people who own SHX think that it's going to go to $1 by the end of the year. Now, what I wanted to do is continue in regards to the white paper, because I believe it's kind of important really to cover this, and for maybe the people that haven't viewed it or just want to be refreshed. And what I'm going to do is just cover the team today and the strategic investors as well. So many of you know this, but Stronghold was founded by Tammy Camp and Sean Bennett. Tammy is the CEO and co-founder, and Sean is the CTO and co-founder. Now, these two have very strong connections with Ripple and Stellar, and they were handpicked to form Stronghold, the business, and create Stronghold Net and SHX. Now, in relation to the backgrounds and what they did, Tammy was the ex-head of growth for Stellar, bringing, I think, 4 million users on the platform in just under 2 months when XLM first launched. And in relation to Sean's an OG in regards to development and building on blockchains. And when you understand the full history behind these two, and I encourage you to go away and do your own research if you want to really delve into their histories. I've covered it many times, but they have connections which are undeniably industry leading, and they have qualifications which again are very much unique and industry leading as well. And when we look at the key strategic investors that these two have managed to secure for the business since inception of 2018, 2017, Frank is the one that stands out. He's the co-founder of the Bancorp Bank. He then brought on 2 other board members to invest. But what happened was they went to Frank to get introductions in relation to banking bridges and payment rails. And when he found out exactly what Sean and Tammy were doing, he not only wanted to come on board, but he also wanted to invest his own money within the business. And then when you look around this page, you just see, like I say, trailblazers of the industry, of the exact industry in which you need influence to be successful. And if you think about what Stronghold are doing, and like I've always said, it's an institutional grade crypto. That's why governments are their clients. That's why the banks are their clients. They wouldn't be able to use this or partake in anything unless Stronghold met and adhered to the highest standards in regards to compliance and regulatory matters. Like this is a key giveaway. If someone is working with governments and someone is working with banks and financial institutions, then the loops and sort of jumps they have to go through to really be able to provide even a service or advice is very extensive. And therefore, like I say, when you understand Stronghold, the work they've been doing, but like who is involved in this? Whose money is involved in this? Who's put their hand in their pocket and actually said, wow, I love what you're doing. I want to be involved. It's very, 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 very impressive to get this level of qualified individuals within a room, and how powerful their influence stretches means that when you look at, say, for example, the key partnerships of Stronghold, it's a kind of a big giveaway. IBM was not only their first client, but also they're a key partner and have been again since inception. Xpring, Stellar. You then have the strategic investors, Ripple and MVB. But on the old, this is an important point on the old white paper. They were key strategic advisors, and now they've turned to key partnerships, which I don't think is worrying at all. It's interesting that they've changed the wording on that. But whether or not it's partnerships or key strategic advisors, it's still the same outcome. And I think this ecosystem traction is just really downplaying it, because, like I say, when you look at the presentation from the Visa Everywhere Award, and you had Tammy and she had a slide saying they had 1 million merchants and already 1 million in the pipeline for the next 12 months. And that was back in 2022, right? So then to have only 8,127 merchants in the pipeline? Like, what does that mean? Is that groups of merchants or is that just individual merchants? But again, I think just playing it down slightly. And then if you look at the Stronghold ecosystem, two of the strongest points, and really there isn't a crypto project out there or a business that has both of these qualifications. Only Stronghold has it and can say it. They have a natural preferred partnership, which securing that is incredibly, incredibly hard. But the key point in this is using pay-by-bank embedded payments and optimized workflows for financial transactions. The ACH payments network is getting an upgrade. And guess who's upgrading it? It's Stronghold. Like I say, I keep repeating it, Stronghold Net is the gateway for blockchain adoption on mass scale. The acquisition of 20022 Labs means that Stronghold now have them all as clients, so their client base has now become Strongholds. And really, when a organization is looking for guidance, they go to the industry leader, 20022 Labs. And because it's all interconnected with Stronghold, even if they haven't had the solution of Stronghold presented to them as yet, I guarantee that it will be a serious consideration once they understand exactly what it is. Stronghold aren't messing around. They're not here to partake in the fourth industrial revolution. They're not here to partake in the new financial system. They're here to lead. That's the difference. These are leaders, and they have a seat at the table of the highest influence in blockchain and blockchain adoption and regulation. And it's coming. It's coming thick and fast. And that's it for episode 48. I will be back tomorrow for episode 49. Just a couple of things I did try and warn you guys in relation to XRP and XLM and SHX. I think the rise is going to continue, and also this is the biggest crypto week so far by far. So don't expect just what we've seen. It's only Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow for episode 49. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.